Welcome back. We are having our second conversation for the morning, and on this Tuesday, we've been providing you with an introduction to the mayoral candidates leading up to the March 6th mayoral or the municipal elections. So in this, our second conversation, we'll be meeting Mayor Earl Trapp. He is the current mayor for Santa Elena and San Ignacio, but he's also contesting a second run this time around for this mayoral. Fourth time around for the municipal elections set to take place on March 6th. So we have here with us Mayor Earl Trapp. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Belize.
How are you doing?
I'm very good. I'm very much happy for this privilege to be on this show. And I think it's a privilege to be able to reach out to the general community and the country by extension.
Mr. Trapp, for persons that aren't familiar with yourself and your career as a politician, but also you as an individual, explain to us a bit about yourself.
All right. First of all, I'm 56 years old. I am married for 30 years. I have two wonderful sons and two adorable grandchildren. You know, I worked for Belize Telemedia for 23 years. Simultaneously, for I think 12 years, I was a counselor while working at Belize Telemedia. I did 4 terms as a counselor, 2003 to 2015, and then 2015 up to today, I am here as the mayor of San Ignacio and Santa Elena.
What sparked your interest in politics?
I have a good friend of mine who saw me as a formidable candidate, you know, because of my enthusiasm and involvement in sports and with the youths. He thought that I would be a formidable candidate, and he encouraged me. And based on that, I gave it a second thought, and I launched my candidacy. And since then, I've been winning convincingly. So I believe that because of my dedication to the community for the past 21 years, my consistency, I believe that, I know I'll say this in the closing remarks, but I believe that, again, the wonderful people of San Ignacio and Santa Elena will give me that privilege and opportunity to serve them once more.
Yeah. You've been 9 years at the helm of the town council. 6 of those years were under your party. The past 3 years have been under the People's United Party's central government leadership. When you listen to what the residents of the Twin Towns are saying in terms of some of the basic services or some of the basic concerns that they have that perhaps continue to go by unaddressed, listening to people talk about streets and drains and other basic services such as garbage collection and what have you. You've been the leader of the town hall for 9 of these years. How do you look at that? How do you respond to these concerns?
All right. I will be the first to say that no one is perfect and no system is perfect. I can tell you that we in San Ignacio, Santa Elena, boast to be the cleanest municipality in the country of Belize. When it comes to the household garbage, we have been doing a splendid job. In terms of the special garbage as it pertains to limbs, refrigerators, mattresses, and things like that, I have been, as the leader there, we've been addressing these on a daily and weekly basis. But because of the lack of communication with the residents, I believe that we have not been able to master the special garbage, but I can tell the residents that, as what I've been doing on the trail, is that the solution to the limbs or the special garbage is to implement a second phase of the sanitation to the sanitation crew. So we will have to add added fleets to the sanitation crew. So sanitation A will deal with household garbage, while sanitation B will deal with the special garbage or the limbs, and we'll be dealing with it by zones. Plus, we will have the communication channels open, whereby we'll be having before we're having a meeting with the general public to inform them that we have this hotline to call. You call this number and advise us that you will cut at 3, maybe 3 days from today or 2 days from today. And what the council will do is the council will take a trailer to your property, and when you cut the tree, you can put it in a trailer, and it will make it easier for us, and it will be less downtime for us to come and pick up the garbage and take it. So I think by implementing that strategy, we should be able to clean up our town much more as it pertains to special garbage.
Mayor Trapp, I want to really quickly segue to your term that you had with the councillors that you were working with. And this was a question that we also posed to mayoral candidate Matthew Preston, asking about what those 3 years was like, particularly because the administration that you guys were working with was quite an interesting one. We had, of course, a UDP mayor with generally a PUP councillor. Let's talk about what that experience was like for you as mayor, and share with us some of the challenges, if there were any.
Yeah, well, I think that in any organization in our lives, we will always have challenges, you know. Mm-hmm. There will never be an ideal situation. But if we would have been able to understand what are our roles and responsibilities, if we would have been able to appreciate maturity and put the people first, I believe that much more could have been done. Mm-hmm. Immediately after we assumed office in 2021, I extended an olive branch to all my councillors. I proposed to them that we work together in unison and as a united team in the best interests of our people and community. I believe that one or two of them were willing, but the outer forces, in the name of their ministers and representatives, I think, led them astray. So I think that was one of the biggest problems, because when we had meetings to discuss certain things, like for example, I would look at this. We would look at the expenses, the profit and loss. I mean, they were privy of everything that transpired there. You could see where they would sit down, look through the profit and loss, take information, but don't seem to understand we would go out of meeting just to be in my office a week later or two to bring up certain things, and that would be continuous. I mean, I think it's just basic lack of understanding in terms of the profit and loss, you know, and then going back and forth with your leaders. And I think we need more. If we, as a people, could understand that we are leaders, we are not followers, and we are more objective about life, about things, about the people that we serve, many things could have been avoided and we could have accomplished a lot more. Because when I am here, for argument's sake, as the mayor under the UDP ticket, and the government of the day is UDP, even though I am the minority in the council, I believe that I should be able to bridge a gap with representatives and ministers of government. And I believe that that is where my 5 PUP candidates or councillors failed to bridge that gap in trying to bring more support for the council.
But then, that's fair to say. When you're faced with issues like that, nonetheless, it's your public, it's the people who ultimately suffer because they're not getting the basic services that your mandate requires you to deliver on.
That's right.
What would you say has been the biggest takeaway from all of this? I mean, this is a new experience where you have yourself as the mayor, you have one other UDP councillor, and the majority are PUP. So I could understand that there's a constant tug of war where a lot of the ideas are concerned. What is your biggest takeaway from this experience?
The biggest takeaway is the fact that they preoccupy themselves more on trying to bring me down than anything else. And then I had to preoccupy myself thinking on ways how I can fight them as well. So I think that is what have taken away a lot from this community in terms of, because when I walked San Ignacio and Santa Elena, to be honest, I must be the first to accept that, you know what, man, this could have gotten done, but again, it's the constant back and forth and not trying to understand that we are a team and we must move forward. And I could say right here, we last like 1 year without an administrator, you know, and not because I wanted to work without an administrator, simply because, I mean, they want to impose an administrator that does not have the basic prerequisite or the criteria to be an administrator. You know, you cannot, I mean, it's immoral, it's illegal, it's unfair to anybody for you to work so hard to get an education, a bachelor's degree, and the criteria is coming for a bachelor's degree, and you will give the job to a person with a high school diploma. That's a slap in the face, man.
Mayor Trapp, I wanna quickly interject simply because we are running out of time, but I wanna ask you, what was your reaction to finding out of Matthew Preston's candidacy for mayor?
To be honest, for me, myself, running for mayor doesn't matter who is my opponent. I have been knocking on doors, seeking my re-election. And that is I'm basing that on my proven track record and commitment for the community. So when a name comes up that will be my opponent, in my humble opinion, that honestly is irrelevant.
But in this case, however, you have been working with Matthew for the past 3 years on the same board, the same council, vice versa. He has also been working with you for the same amount of time. And if you're describing what to me sounds like a contentious relationship with your existing councillors, then did it take you by surprise when he offered himself as the mayoral candidate for the People's United Party, or you saw this coming?
Well, I know he spoke to me about wanting to, or he had some level of interest in the Cairo Central constituency.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not for the mayoral candidacy, but like I said, no. Like I mentioned to you before the show started, politics is never 100% certain, and everybody, we live in a democratic society, and everybody's free to run for an office that they believe that they can serve the people.
Mm-hmm. You have the support of Patrick Faber. We saw where he reached out to you in the Twin Towns. Talk to us a bit about that, because normally when we look at what's taking place this time around and we see key figures aligning themselves with a particular candidate or what have you, it brings us to think all these many thoughts about what's taking place in the background. Talk to us about your support from Patrick Faber.
Well, I must say that I'm greatly supported by many individuals, you know, and Patrick Faber is one of them, you know, and I'm happy that he's there supporting me. But most of all, I'm very much grateful that our United Democratic Party have been able to resolve its within problem. Now today, I believe that we are stronger than ever. We have been able to put differences behind us. And I must say that I also enjoy the great support, an immense support from our party leader, Patrick Faber. We have our chairman, Michael Perfit, Vice Chair Alberto, and everybody that, is a part of the UDP family. So it's nothing different. The support from all these people have been there for me and my team.
Mayor Earl Trapp, we are running out of time, so I quickly want to get your take on 2 points that we also asked Mr. Preston, and that's on crime and violence that is taking place outside of the Belize district, and also the economic issues or the economic opportunity that Santa Elena and San Ignacio has. Can you speak really quickly about that?
First of all, our Twin Towns have been known to be a safe haven, a safe community for families and children. Nonetheless, there's always room for improvement. I believe that what we need to do more is to encourage more neighborhood watch committees or groups in the different communities, because San Ignacio and Santa Elena has grown exponentially, is widespread. So we need more neighborhood watch groups, and we need more police patrols. You know, whenever we have people from Belize City or other areas come to San Ignacio, it could become somewhat different, you know. But yes, I believe by regrouping and organizing more neighborhood watch groups and encouraging more police patrol, we can make our community safer, one that will encourage more businesses and attract more investors.
I'll give you this final opportunity, Mr. Trapp, to speak to the people of the Twin Towns. This is your camera. You can let them know your final thoughts and also why they should vote you and your team come March 6th.
Well, good morning, my beloved residents of San Ignacio and Santa Elena and the country by extension. The people in San Ignacio know me as you know me as a hands-on leader, a person that is up early in the morning, a Monday to Monday mayor, and one that have always been there listening to the needs and concerns and addressing your concerns. On several occasions, many days, I'm sure you saw me out there working with the road crew, the drain crew, sanitation crew, and this has been a consistent move, not only because elections are around, you see me around. This is an all-year-round work that I'm committed, I've been committed, and I continue to be committed to you, the community of San Ignacio, Santa Elena. The vision that I came with 21 years ago, the vision stands, and the vision to continue to uplift our community to another level of development. With your support, with your endorsement and endorsing my UDP 7 team, I believe that with all of us working together, we can make this a reality for our residents of San Ignacio and Santa Elena. And let us continue to be the envy of the country of Belize. Once again, thank you for your support. God bless San Ignacio and Santa Elena.
All right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Trapp, for stopping by and sharing just some of the reasons why you should be voted in again come March 6th. All the best to you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll be introducing you to Ambassador Shabazz and her chef series at the Hours Cafe. Stay with us. We'll be right back.